Hello, this is a quick video tailored towards engineering leaders of teams that might range from 0 to 30 that are using different GitHub plans such as GitHub Free or GitHub Teams. We will go over these plans, what they include, and why you should consider upgrading from one to the next, depending on your condition. Let's start with GitHub Free. GitHub Free allows you to host an organization for your team and have users within that organization. These users can be assigned GitHub Copilot licenses, which is an add-on. However, the base license to have access to the organization and the code is non-existent. Therefore, the name GitHub Free. GitHub Teams is an upgrade to GitHub Free. You still have all the same features with additional DevOps hardening, such as required reviewers on repositories and the ability for an add-on of DevSecOps features. GitHub Teams is $4 per user per month. GitHub Enterprise has all the features included in GitHub Teams with the added capability of having multiple organizations. So you have an unlimited number of organizations. It's great if you have multiple business units, and all these organizations sit within an enterprise tenant. That tenant has a centralized command center to manage all your organizations and their billing in one single location, and you can connect to the single sign-on of choice. GitHub Enterprise also allows you to assign GitHub Copilot licenses separately from an organization which has its own billing usage for enterprises. It is $21 per user per month. On the left, you will see the list prices for the add-ons that were discussed earlier, including the GitHub Copilot list prices for business and GitHub Copilot Enterprise, as well as GitHub Advanced Security. Let's talk about what you get concretely from upgrading to GitHub Teams. As mentioned earlier, one of the key reasons an organization would want to upgrade to Teams is DevOps hardening. You get some repository rules, are able to have further and more detailed branch protections, multiple code reviewers, and easier environment management. You also have access to some included built-in CI/CD monthly, so 3,000 GitHub Actions minutes and some packages. And you have access to additional add-ons, cloud developer environment through our features GitHub Code Spaces, or DevSecOps capabilities through our features code security and secret scanning, which are part of the advanced security suite. GitHub Enterprise has all the exact same features as GitHub Teams. However, this is definitely for enterprises that have compliance or regulatory requirements. For example, single sign-on is going to be the primary value that you get from GitHub Enterprise, the ability to centralize your users in an identity provider and provision them to GitHub. As mentioned earlier, you have access to multiple organizations, and auditability and compliance become built in. GitHub Enterprise has self-serve SOC and ISO reports, as well as detailed audit logging and other usage metrics for the products that you might use. On top of that, included in GitHub Enterprise, you get a host of different premiums, such as GitHub Actions free minutes, 50,000 of those. This was a quick overview of the different plans and why you might consider upgrading from one to the next. Thank you.